Number one, show that tangent theta plus cotangent theta can be written as secant theta cosecant theta. Tangent theta plus cotangent theta we can written as sine theta over cosine theta because tangent theta we can written like this one, sine theta cosine theta, plus cotangent theta we can written as cosine theta over sine theta. That is. So after that, multiply becomes sine squared theta, the crossing multiplication, sine cosine squared theta, squared, over cosine theta times sine theta. And this is 1. 1 over cosine theta sine theta. So we can written as 1 over cosine theta times 1 over sine theta. 1 over cosine theta is secant theta, and then 1 over sine theta is cosecant theta. Okay, this one. Next question. Given that y equals tangent x minus x, find dy dx. Write your answer in terms of tangent x. Y equals 1, tangent x minus x, so dy dx the differential of tangent x is secant squared x secant squared x minus 1 minus 1 is 1 because x equal minus 1 equal 1, and I'm going to convert this one secant squared x. I'm going to change becomes 1 plus tangent squared x minus 1. 1 minus 1 equals 0, and the result is tangent squared x. So dy dx equal tangent squared x. B. Hence find integral 0 to pi quarter of tangent squared x dx. Gives you answer in exact form. So integral 0 to pi quarter, I would like to find the integral of this expression. The integral is tangent x minus x based on the solutions on part A. So, okay, tangent x dy derivative of this expression is equal tangent squared x. So it means integral of tangent squared x is this one, tangent x minus x. So that's substitute pi quarter and 0. So it becomes tangent pi quarter minus pi quarter minus tangent 0 minus 0. It is. So tangent pi quarter is 1 minus pi quarter minus 0. And the result is 1 minus pi quarter. This is the result. Next question. Solve the equations x power 1 over x minus 2 times x power minus 1 over x equal 1. Okay. Let y equal 1 equal 8 to the power 1 over x. Then the equation, this equation becomes y minus 2 times 1 over y equal 1. So that multiply by y becomes y squared minus 2 equal y. So this equation becomes y squared minus y minus 2 equals 0. So A equal 1, B minus 1, and C minus 2. So y1 and y2 equal 1, 1 plus minus square root 1 squared minus 1 squared minus 4, 1 minus 2 divided by 2 times 1. So 1 plus minus square root 1 plus 8, 9. 1 plus minus 3. So y1 equal 1 plus 3 half. It is 2, and then this is y1, y2, 1 minus 3. It is minus 1, but this is not valid. Not valid because if we substitute into here, if a power x equal minus 1, there is no solution for x. So that's why y equal minus 1 is not valid. Now we're going to using this solution y equal 2. So it means 8 power 1 half equal 2. So log 8 2 equal 1 over 1 over sorry, so x 1 over x 1. Okay. So it means 1 over x equal 2 over log 8, or this is log 2 over, this is 2 cube. 2 cube like this, so it becomes 1/3. So it means x equal 3. Because 1 over x equal 1/3, so x equal 3. Next question. It is given that a minus square root 3 squared equal b plus 3 minus b square root 3. The a and b are integers. Find the possible values of a and b. A minus square root 3 squared equal b plus 3 minus b square root 3. So I would like to expand this left-hand side, and it becomes a squared minus 2a square root 3 plus 3 equal b plus 3 minus b square root 3. So we get two equations here, that a squared plus 3 equal b. So one equals 1. This is the first equation. And the second equation, this part equal this part. So minus 2a equal 3 minus b. The second equation. From the second equation, we gain that b equal 3 plus 2a. Okay. After that, substitute this information into the first equation. Becomes a squared plus 3 equal 3 plus 2a. So a squared minus 2a equal 0, because 3 minus 3. And I would like to factorize. It becomes a times a minus 2 equal 0. So a equals 0, the solution, or a minus 2 equals 0. So it is a equal 2. So, and now we are going to check one by one. When a equal 0, when a equals 0, b equal 3 plus 2 times 0, so equal 3. So the coordinate point 0, 3. When A equal 2, B equal 3 plus 2 times 2, and it is 7. So the coordinate point is 2, 7. So the possible integer pairs are 0, 3 and 2, 7. Now number 4, this diagram. The diagram shows the triangle OAC. The point B lies on AC such that AB to BC equal P to Q, where P and Q are constants, P not equal minus Q. Factor OA equal A, factor OB equal B, and factor OC equal C show that B equal QA plus BC over Q plus P. All right. So the ratio, if you look on this statement, AB to BC equal P to Q. So we can interpret this ratio becomes AB over BC equal P over Q. Now, if point B divides, wait, if point B divides a line segment AC, from A to C, in the ratio this is P and this is Q, then the position vector B, I mean OB, okay, we can, this is right, this position vector OB is represented with B, so on. We can writing as B, position vector, B equal Q times OA, okay, vector OA, plus P times the vector OC, okay, over P plus Q, like this one. Now, I'm going to write it here. So it means from this equation, we can writing that vector B equal Q, this is OA is A, plus OC is 1C, so this is PC, okay, over P plus Q, so it's what? Next question. Given that log A P plus 1 over log P A minus log A P plus 2 log A 5 log A 12, find the value of P. So I would like to simplify this term. So this equation becomes log A P plus 1 plus log A P minus log A P plus 2 plus log A 5 equal log A 12. And after that, combine all logarithms on the left-hand side becomes log A P plus 1. If plus becomes multiply, if minus becomes division, P times 5 divide P plus 2 log A 12. So it means this expression is equal 12. 5P times P plus 1, P plus 2 equal 12. So that multiply left-hand side and right-hand side multiply by P plus 2 and becomes 5p squared plus 5p equal 12p plus 24, like this. So it's going to be 5p squared minus 7p minus 24 equal 0. When using the quadratic equation formula, p equal 7 plus minus square root minus 7 squared minus 4 times 5 times minus 24. So it becomes 7 plus minus square root. So 49 plus 480 divided by 10. So this is 7 plus minus square root 529 over 10. Becomes 7 plus minus square root 429 is 23. 10. So P equal 7 plus 23 over 10. It is 30 plus 30 over 10, 3. And as well, P equals 7 minus 23 over 10. This is minus 1.6. So, but this is not valid because the result is in negative. So we are going to using this solution, P equal 3. When P equal 3, so based on the statement that P plus 1 is equal 3 plus 1, 4. And P plus 2 equal 3 plus 2, 5. All of this result is positive. So it means we can state that P equal 3. This is the solution. Number 6. In this question, all lengths are in meters. So look this diagram. In the information, the diagram shows a shape A, B, C, D, E, F. A, B, B, D, and D, E are three sides of a rectangle. O is the midpoint of BD. AFE is an arc of a circle whose center is O. AB equals square root 3, BC equals CD equals 5, and BD equals 6. Find the exact value of the perimeter of the shape. Give your answer in terms of pi. So look at this diagram. If you look at this diagram, since based on the information, since ABDE is a rectangle and O is the midpoint of BD, the arc AFE, the arc is symmetric and subtended by angle 120 at center O, of course. So we are going to sketch, okay, the sector area. Okay, so this is 120. Okay, now we're going to find this one, AO. AO equals square root 3, and this is 3. Based on information, this is 6, so O is the midpoint of BD. So it's going to be 3 squared plus square root 3 squared. 9 plus 3. square root 12. It is 2 square root 3. So this is 2 square root 3. This is 2 square root 3. So the radius, AO is radius and OE radius. The radius is 2 square root 3. Now we're going to find the arc length of AFE. The arc length, over here. Arc length AFE equal theta times radius 120 times r. But I would like to convert 120 degrees into radians, and in radians this is 2 pi third times radius is 2 square root 3, and the result is 4 square root 3 third pi. So if you calculate, and it means the perimeter equal AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus arc AFE. So if you look at this diagram, it's AB plus BC plus CD plus DE plus arc AFE. Okay, now AB is square root 3 and BC is 5, CD 5, DE is square root 3, and arc AFE 4 square root 3 third pi. So 5 plus 5 equals 10, and then this is 2 square root 3 because 1 square root 3, 1 square root 3 plus 4 square root 3 third pi. This is the perimeter. Next question. Find the exact value of the area of the shape, giving your answer in terms of pi. Okay. I would like to divide this diagram becomes 3 parts. First, we will find area of this sector. Okay. After that, area of this sector. Okay. And after that, area of the triangle, the area of this triangle. Okay. First, area of this sector. Area sector AFE. It is radius is 2 square root 3 and theta 120 degrees, or in radians 2 pi third radians. So area sector AF E equal 1/2 times r squared times theta. So it is 1/2 times 2 square root 3 squared times theta, this one, 2 pi third. So if you calculate, the result is, this is 1/2, this is 4 times 3, 12, 2 pi third. And 6 times 2, 12, divided by 3, 4. 4 pi. After that, area triangle BCD. The triangle BCD, this one. BCD. Okay. First, we need to find S first. Okay. S equal 1/2 times A plus B plus C. 5, 5, 6. The sides. It is 8. Because 5 plus 5 plus 6, 16. 16 times 1/2 is 8. And area of this one, triangle BCD is square root. Based on the Heron's formula, S minus C comes square root 8 times 8 minus 5. A is 5. 8 minus 5. B is 5. And C is 6. Let's calculate this is 8 times 3, 2. The root 144. And the result is 12. Fine. So it means area of triangle BCD is 12. After that, area of one ABDE is one. Okay, so we are going to divide by 2. Rectangle ABDE, and after that divide by 2. So area rectangle ABDE. Square root 3 times 6 divided by 2. So this is 3 square root 3. So total area 4 pi plus 12 plus 3 square root 3. This is the total area. Number 7. A curve has equation y equal 2x cosine x. The normal to the curve at pi, comma minus 2 pi meets the x-axis and y-axis at point P and Q. Find the exact area of triangle POQ. So this normal curve has intersect point, the intersect point on x-axis and y-axis. The intersect point are in points P and point Q. Okay, so now we are going to find area of the triangle POQ. The first step, we need to find the differential or the derivative of this function using the product rule. If y equal 2x cosine x, the derivative is like this. Using the product rule, so it's going to be 2 cosine x minus 2x sine x. This is the derivative. And after that, we're going to find the gradient. The gradient of the tangent at x equal pi. Okay, so gradient is the derivative. The derivative of this function is the gradient. So we're gonna find the gradient dy dx. This x becomes pi. This x becomes pi. This x becomes pi. So 2 cosine pi minus 2 pi sine pi. Cosine pi is minus 1, so it is 2 times minus 1, minus sine pi is 0, so it is 0. So the gradient is minus 2. The gradient of the tangent is minus 2. Now, we're going to find the gradient of the normal line. The rule that gradient of the normal line times the gradient of tangent equal minus 1. So it means gradient of the normal times gradient of tangent is minus 2 equal minus 1. So it means the gradient of the normal line equal 1/2 because minus 1 over minus 2. This is the gradient of the normal line. And after that, we are going to find the equation of normal line, equations of normal line through pi comma minus 2 pi based on the information and gradient 1/2. We will be using the formula y minus y1 equal m times x minus x1. This is what x1, this is y1, and this is m, or the gradient. So it's going to be y minus this one becomes plus 2 pi, and 1/2 x minus pi, like this, becomes y equal 1/2 x minus 1/2 pi minus 2 pi, becomes y equal 1/2 x minus 5/2 pi, like this. And the next step, we're going to find the intercept point, with the x-axis, x-intercept, and the intercept is point P based on the information. So if x-intercept, we have to set that y equals 0. If y equals 0, it means this equation becomes 0 equal 1/2 x minus 5/2 pi, like this. So 1/2 x equal 5/2 pi. So it means x equal 5/2 pi times 2 over 1. So it becomes 5 pi. This is P. So coordinate point P, this is x, this is y equals 0. So 5 pi, comma 0. And after that, the y-intercept, based on the information, this is q. Go down. And we need to set that x equal 0. If x equals 0, the function becomes, this function, the normal line function, one, becomes 1/2 times 0 minus 5/2 pi. So it means y equal minus 5/2 pi. But distance never negative, but later we are going to calculate. So I would like to writing the coordinate point Q is 0. This is x comma y, 0 comma minus 5/2 pi. Let's continue. We're going to continue to find area of triangle. Okay. And area of triangle, we can calculate area of triangle POQ. Sorry, I mean POQ. It is 1/2 times 5 pi times 5 half pi because a distance or area never negative. So no need to writing minus here. If you're writing minus, the area will be minus, will be negative. So no need to writing the sign negative because distance or area never negative. So it's going to be 1/2 times 25 half pi squared. And 2 times 3 equals 4. So it is 25 over 4 pi half. This is the area of triangle POQ. Let's continue to the next question, number 8. A particle moves in a straight line so that its displacement from a fixed point O at time t seconds is x meters, where x, this is the function, uh, displacement function. X equals t cubed plus t squared minus t plus 8, and t, this is important for us, the information, t greater than or equal to 0. Find the time when the particle changes direction. All right. So this is the displacement function. So we're going to find the velocity function. The velocity function we can gain through derivative of this function. So Vt equal dx dt, and it is 3t squared minus 2t minus 1. It becomes 0. And we need to set this function, the x dt, equal 0. Set becomes 0. And after that, factorize it. If we factorize 3 squared minus 2t minus 1 equals 0, because we will find the value of t. Factorize 3t, t, and it is minus 1. This is plus 1. So we can find t equal, this is 1/3, or t equal minus 1. But discard this result, discard. Why? Because this information that t greater than or equal 0. So do not using this result, only this one. So t equal 1/3. This the solution. So the time is 1/3. Next, show that the particle is moving towards O when t equal 0. When t equals 0, we're going to find the displacement as 0 cubed plus 0 squared minus 0 plus 8 based on the displacement function, and it is 8. And after that, the velocity based on the velocity function, we're going to calculate the velocity when t equals 0. So it becomes 3 times 0 squared plus 2 times 0 minus 1 equal minus 1. Look, this result, velocity equal minus 1. It means the particle has negative velocity. So, which means it is moving in the negative directions. In negative direction, it means it the object towards to the origin if the result, the velocity negative. So I provided my answer about this. Okay, this one, I think this is clear. Let's continue to part C. Part C. Find the total distance traveled by the particle during the first 2 seconds of its motion. The first 2 seconds. Right. The displacement function I would like to write in here, xt equal t cubed plus t squared minus t plus h. When t equals 0, at t equals 0, so the displacement becomes 0 cubed plus 0 squared minus 0 plus h equal h. When t equal 1/3, okay, x 1/3, 1/3 cubed plus 1/3 squared minus 1/3 plus 8. It is 1 over 27 plus 1 over 9 minus 1/3 plus 8. And if you calculate, the result is 211 over 27. And after that, t equal to, based on this information, the first 2 seconds. So x2, 2 cubed plus 2 squared minus 2, this is 2, not 0, sorry. This is 2 plus 8. And if you calculate, the result is 18. Now, let's recompute the distance. The distance will becomes 2 period from t equals 0 to t equal 1/3, and from t equal 1/3 to t equal 2. From t equals 0 to t equal 1/3. The distance x 1/3 minus x 0. Okay. X 1/3 minus x 0. It means 211 over 27 minus 8. And the result is minus 5 over 27. But displacement never negative. So if this is minus, I would like to using 5 over 27 because displacement never negative, never minus. And after that, from t equal 1/3 to t equal 2. So it means x2 minus x 1/3. X2 is 18, x 1/3 is 211 over 27. And if you calculate, the result is 275 over 27. So the total distance is, or the total displacement or distance is 5 over 27 plus 275 over 27 is 280 over 27. It is 10.37 or 10.4. So this is the displacement or the distance. Number 9. A curve has equation y equal x squared minus 8x plus c, where c is a constant. Find the value of c in each of the following cases. First, the curve crosses to the x-axis at x equal 2. Curve crosses the x-axis at x equal 2. It means in this condition y equals 0. If y equals 0, we can convert, we can substitute into this equation, becomes 0 equal 2 squared minus 8 times 2 plus c. That is. So we can determine the value of c. That c equal 8 times 2 equals 16 minus 4. So c equal 12. So this is the value of c. The second, the minimum value of y is 3. Right. The minimum value, it means the function has a minimum point at x equal minus b over 2a. On this equation, or this function, a equal 1, b equals minus 8, and c equals 1, 12. So we can determine minus b over 2a. It is minus of minus 8 over 2 times 1, and it is 4 because 8 divided by 2. And substitute x over 4 into y. Y equal 4 squared minus 8 times 4 plus c. And it is 16 minus 32 plus c. So minus 16 plus c, or c equal minus c minus y equals c minus 16. Based on the information that the minimum value is 3, so it means c minus 16 equal 3. So c equal 16 plus 3. Yep, 16 plus 3. So c equal 19. Next question. Find the range of values of c for which y is always greater than 0. Uh, this function is a parabola that open upwards. Why? Because if you look the coefficient of x squared, is 1, and 1 is a positive number. So it means this parabola is a parabola that open upwards. Next, for a quadratic equation like this, and this quadratic equation to be always positive, and so it means these quadratic equations must have, I would like to tell must have one, it never touch this parabola or this quadratic equation, it never touch or crosses the x-axis. Why? Because this quadratic equation, based on the previous information, it has no real roots. Okay, no real roots. The second, the minimum value, is greater than 0. Minimum value is greater than 0. Yeah. So, and after that, I would like to tell you that for this quadratic equation have no real roots. So it means the discriminant b squared minus 4ac less than 0, because these quadratic equations have no real roots. So if we substitute b equal minus 8, a equal 1, and times c less than 0. So it's going to be 64 minus 4c less than 0. Means minus 4c less than minus 64. So c greater than 64 minus 64 divided by minus 4 is 16. So c greater than 16. Number 10. A class contains 7 girls and 8 boys. A group of 6 is selected from the class. The group must contain at least 3 girls and at least 2 boys. Find the number of different groups that can be selected. The first step, we are going to compute using combinations. If the group contains 3 girls and 3 boys. So the combination is 7, 3 times the combination 8, 3. So this combination is 35 times this combination is 56. And if you calculate this is 1960. The second condition, if the group contains 4 girls and 2 boys, the combination becomes 7, 4 times the combination 8, 2. So this combination is 35 times this combination is 28. If you calculate, the result is 980. And the third condition, if the groups contains of 5 girls and 1 boy. So the combination becomes 7, 5 times 8, 1. And it is 21 times 8, 168. So groups can be selected is the group can be selected is 1960 plus 980 plus 168 is 1. And if you calculate, the result is 3,108 different groups. B. A 5-character code is to be formed from the following characters: letters A, B, C, D, E, F, while numbers 1, 2, 3. No character may be used more than once in any code. The characters may be arranged in any order. Find the number of different codes that can be formed using 4 letters and 1 number. We are going to choose 4 letters from 6. So, 4 letters from 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the combination is combination 64, and the result is 15. After that, choose wait. So that's choose one number. Choose one number from 3. 1 to 3. There are 3 numbers. So the combination is 3. 1 and it's equal 3. And after that, number of ways uh, to arrange the 5 selected characters is 5 factorials, and 5 factorials 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, 120. The number of different codes, number of different codes equal 15 times 3 times 120 is 5,400. This is the result. Number 11, x equal x over x minus 1 for x interval minus 10 to 10, with x not equal 1. The diagram shows the graph of y equal fx. This diagram. Question. Use the diagram to explain why f is a function. F is a function because, I would like to write in here, because if we input a variable x into y, into the function into y, it has exactly one output in y. Okay. For into f, I mean here, because y is the range into the function, right? So you can see here that all x, all domain, all x are domain, all x here, uh, all x doesn't has the same output. So if minus 10, it has only one output here. Minus 5 only have one output here. As well here, 5, one output here. 10, one output here. Okay, 2, one output here. Minus 2, one output. So that's why this graph or this function uh, is a function. F is a function. Next question, find f(x), giving your answer in its simplest form. This is a composite function, so I would like to write it like this: f x, f of fx, or f x over x minus 1, like this. And it becomes x over x minus 1 over x minus 1 minus 1, like this. So you can write it like this: over x minus 1 over x minus 1 minus x minus 1 over x minus 1 becomes x over x minus 1 over x minus x plus 1 over x minus 1. 0 becomes x over x minus 1 times x minus 1 over 1 divided by 1 So it is x. So f of fx equals 1, equal x. Next question. Part 3. Using your answer to part 2, state the relationship between the functions f and f inverse. From the previous solutions or part 2, we found that f of fx equal f of fx, like this, and it's equal x. This means that applying the function f twice, it gives us back the original input x, this one. Therefore, we can state that f of fx equal x. So it means f inverse x equal fx. I'm going to show you for f inverse. If y equal x over x minus 1, we can rearrange becomes xy minus y equals multiply equal x. So after that, xy minus x equal y, or y equal factorize this x y minus 1. So it means x equal y over y minus 1. So the inverse of x equal x over x minus 1. Look, that inverse same with fx. Fx also x over x minus 1. So we can call for this condition the type of function like this we call as involutive function. This is involutive function. If f inverse same with fx. Next question. Explain how the diagram shows the relationship between f and f inverse. I have provided my answer about this one, my explanation. Okay. This is if f equal f inverse. So, yeah. Next question. B. A function g is defined by gx equal x over x minus 1 for x greater than 2. All right. So if I will expand this function becomes x x minus 1 plus 1 over x minus 1, and it is x minus 1 over x minus 1 plus 1 over x minus 1. So it becomes 1 plus 1 over x minus 1. When x equal to it, if you substitute x equal to here, so g2, you can gain that the result is 1 plus 1, and the result is 2. So gx equal x. So if we are going to find the range, the maximum is 2, right? Now look at the diagram. Okay. The diagram is this is 1 and 2 around here. This is 2. Okay. So the range is here to here, but this is y equal 1 is the asymptote. So this is 2. It's 1, this is 2, this is 2.5. So this is 2. So actually the range, so this is the range from this point to this point to this. Okay. So from 1 uh, to 2. So the range is x as, sorry, g, okay, or y, gx, including 2 and greater than 1. Not include 1 because 1 is the asymptote. So we can write in here that range gx less than or equal to greater than 1. Again, not including 1 because gx equal 1 is the asymptote line. C. A function h is defined by hx to x over 3x plus 1. For the largest possible domain, state the domain of h. Right. So hx will be undefined if denominator, this is the denominator, if denominator if denominator 3x plus 1, if denominator 3x plus 1 is equal 0, or x equal 1/3, because if 3x plus 1 equals 0, so we can find x equal 1/3 like this. So the domain, or domain of h is the domain is x, which x not equal 1, not equal 3. Sorry, not equal. Yeah, not equal 1/3. Yeah, correct. Why? Because if this is this is minus 1/3, and this is minus 1/3. So x not equal 1/3, because if x equal minus 1/3, uh, the solutions, or there is no result for this function, will be undefined. Okay, so this one, x should be not equal minus 3, minus 1/3, I mean, sorry. Number 12. 12 matrix progression A and B each have 100 terms. The terms are denoted by A1, A2, A3, A4, and A100, and B1, B2, B3, B4, until B100 respectively. It is given that A1 equal B100 equal 1, and A100 equal B1 equal 298. Find n such that an minus bn equal 45. All right. In this case, in this question, there are two sequences, are A and B, sequence A and sequence B. Let's check one by one to find the sequence A and then the sequence B. First, sequence A. For sequence A, given that A1 equal 1 and A100 equal 298 based on this information. And I'm going to using the formula for the n term for arithmetic progression based on this information. So arithmetic progression formula an equal a1 plus n minus 1 times common difference d, common difference of a. So it means if n equal 100, a100 equal a1 plus 100 minus 1, 99 d. So it becomes a100 is 298 equal a1 is 1 plus 99d. So we can determine d equal 298 minus 1, 297 over 99. And d equal to d on sequence A. So it means sequence A becomes an equal 1 plus n minus 1 times 3 because the common difference equal 3. Second, sequence B. For sequence B, B1 equal 298 and B100 equal 1. So this is B1 equal 298 and B100 equal 1. So the formula for the n term for arithmetic progressions for sequence B or Bn equal B1 plus n minus 1 times the common difference of sequence B. If n equal 100, so it becomes B100 equal B1 plus 99D. So it's going to be 1 equal 298 plus 99D. So we can determine D minus 297 because 1 minus 298 over 99. And the result is minus 3. So the sequence B becomes Bn equal 298 plus n minus 1 times minus 3. Go down first and becomes Bn equal 301 because 298 plus 3 minus 1 times minus 3 is plus 3 minus 3n. So according to information that an minus bn equal 45. So this is an and this is bn. Okay. An I would like to write it as an equal 3n. 3n minus 2. Yeah. 3n minus 2. So it means 3n minus 2 minus 1 minus 301 minus 3n equal 45. That means 3n minus 2 minus 301 plus 3n equal 45. 3n plus 3n, 6n minus 303, so 45. Okay, here. So 6n equal 45 plus 303. It is 348. So n equals 348 divided by 6, and it is 58. Find the smallest m such that am greater than 2bm. If am greater than 2bm, we can writing based on am is 3m minus 2, and bm equal 301 minus 3m. This is based on part A. So according to this information, it means 3m minus 2 greater than 2 times 301 minus 3m. So it's going to be 3m minus 2 greater than 602 minus 6m. So 3m plus 6m greater than 602 plus 2. So it's going to be 9m greater than 604. So m greater than 604 divided by 9. So it means m greater than, if you divide this, calculate, it is 67.11. So it means m equals 68. 68 is the smallest integer.